Thursday Love. Da, 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 da. Thursday Love.
Well, praise the Lord, my father's children.
Really?
This ain't live at the tabernacle. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? That's what folks be saying. How y'all doing like 5 or 6 times? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Where we going? What 2 people on tonight? Let's see what 2 people on. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Thursday Love with TJ and Sherrie, or Sherrie and TJ, whichever one you want to say. Tom and Jerry, y'all, let me tell y'all something. Look, let me tell you, y'all don't understand, but
Hey, Trivia.
hey Trivia, let me tell y'all something. A national holiday is coming up, guys, in a few days. It is a national holiday is coming up. November the 26th.
November the 26th.
Look, if we real loud, it's because Sherrie is talking extremely loud to this microphone.
Hey, everybody.
But a national holiday is coming up. I'm gonna put my Cashapp up so y'all can bless the family.
Let's do that now.
Whatever y'all send, the Lord is gonna bless you. It's good ground. I promise you, it is excellent. Oh, Sherrie putting it up there now. Yeah. So I'm gonna put it up there. Sow into. Why is it Restoration Tabernacle?
I don't know, but anyway, who cares? Let's go.
You ain't changed.
Yes, I did.
Oh, anyway, it's that Restoration Tabernacle praise. See that makes like we gambling, taking church funds. No, this is coming to me. They ain't going to the church funds.
Well, right. I can't see it Thursday Love.
Oh, anyway, yeah. So live, it's a national holiday, and I promise you, God is gonna bless you. He gonna increase you. He gonna allow you all the Christmas gifts you want to give.
Ground.
It's good ground. Good ground. I can tell you who gonna get all the ground. And why she laughing?
I received the seeds. Receive the seeds.
Come on. All right.
All right. Hey everybody, it is Thursday Love. Am I loud? Okay. Hey everybody, it's Thursday Love with TJ and Sherrie, loving me, loving you, and loving us.
There we go.
Is that it? Because that was too loud.
It is it's in the speaker. Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope everything is going well amongst the land of the living.
Who? The liver.
The land of the living.
Oh, living. I didn't hear the G on being.
Anyway, we are back for another edition of Thursday Love. Next week is Thanksgiving. What are y'all doing for Thanksgiving? They are predicting more travel. 2 times the travel as last year, 3 times the travel of 2 years ago. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? What are we doing?
Well, we are cooking we're doing a turkey. I'm gonna slow cook that thing. I'm gonna put it in the slow cook around 10 or about 10 on 20 with the 25th. And I'm gonna check that thing on the 26th. It's gonna be nice and juicy, y'all. I don't like turkey, but that slow cooker is a beast.
What are y'all doing? For those that are up here, y'all know how we do. We know we talk. So what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is next week. I am blessed to celebrate Thanksgiving. We could talk about what we're thankful for. I am thankful that God has allowed me to have a daughter who will be turning 12 on Thanksgiving. And then my husband will be turning, he said I can't say it up here, but he'll be turning a certain age in his 40s on that Friday. November 26th.
We're gonna be right here at home. By the way, y'all, let's go ahead and let you know
George.
now. Go ahead and let y'all know there will be no Thursday Love next Thursday because it's Naya's birthday. She's gonna be what's she gonna be? 12. So, so I'm gonna have a whole lot of they're gonna be out of here soon. That's what I said. But they buying their own they getting their own scholarship. So
all right, let's get into the topic on tonight. Let's get into the topic before I start getting sleepy. George said candy on deck. Happy birthday, bro.
George, I knew I could count on you. And this time we ain't gotta sneak it in. You can just bring it boldly before the throne. And Sherrie can't turn it away this time, buddy.
Yes, I can. I can rebuke candy.
On the 27th.
I can pray.
On the 26th, we send all voodoo back to the sender.
Yeah. All right. So today we got a great topic. Tonight we got a great topic.
No pretty hands on the inside.
Did we invite anybody? No, we didn't invite any guests.
Yes, we did.
Any guest panelists. But for anybody that want to chime in, you want to talk, Even if you want to come on this live, I'll send you the link. Hey, Vita, I'm sleepy too.
Why y'all sleeping? Y'all need to go to bed at night. Stop staying up late because the Lord speaking to y'all, waking y'all up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, God, I'm tired, so I don't do that.
George said, right, wave at the doorbell,
Right.
So we're gonna get right into the topic, and we need y'all to talk with us. Y'all go ahead and talk with us. We'll get off this live.
No,
hey,
God.
Vet. Dang it.
God.
Hey, Vet.
Boy, the floodgates.
So I'm posed the question for Thursday Love tonight. Is marriage hard work?
Why are you talking so hard?
Is marriage hard work?
Yes.
Is marriage hard work?
Marriage is
George Vita, is marriage hard work?
Marriage
Trivia.
Marriage is just as hard as trying to live holy.
Really?
Well, actually, marriage is a part of living. No, it's just hard to live holy.
Why would you say that?
You know what? There's more temptation to stay married than it is to get a divorce.
Are you trying to say it's more temptation to stay married versus being single?
That's what I was trying to say.
That's what you're trying to say. That's what I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's right, Vita. Yeah, it's more temptation to stay married than it is to
be single.
To me, to be single.
Oh wow. Why is that?
Well, so maybe back in the days, but a ring is a magnet.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the days, a ring was a repellent.
Mm-hmm.
But now rings are a magnet. Some women, when they see those rings, I'm not saying I have that problem, but some men have that problem where when they see women see a ring, or vice versa, men see a ring. Because see, the thing about marriage is when you mess with another man's wife or another woman's husband, there's no attachment, not to the other person. They do what they want and they go on.
Vita said it's non-stop work.
It is non-stop. It is consistent.
It is non-stop work.
It is consistent. I told you, it's like a relationship with God.
So for those that are up here, rings have never been a repellent. That's what I was sitting here thinking too, Vita.
No.
But
no,
so I get what you're saying. So back in the day, there was more respect when it came to the marriage. People respected those that were married.
Yes.
I don't agree.
I do.
I don't. But today, because the way society is, everybody's more open with their sexuality. It's more of a magnet.
Marriage used to be at one point in time. Marriage used to be a respectable thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now people get married today and they single tomorrow.
Okay.
So people now, not people, but society. Let me say this.
Okay.
In society, marriage used to, like a school teacher. A school teacher used to be an honorable job. All right, they used to be, you know.
She said they just hit it.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what happened. Right. They hit it. Yeah.
But school teachers used to be respectable. Kids didn't say certain things. The teachers out of that. Now they say and do whatever they want to do.
True, Peter. Oh, the bowl. They show up.
They bold. They bold. Both female and male ones. You got some moles and some hoes. Anyways, or some woes and some moles.
but they all hoes to me.
Still,
Lord forgive.
y'all going to sin. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, but now they bold. Yeah. Honestly, like I said, when you see a ring, actually, for some people, men and women, for some of them, when they see rings, they consider that as sexy, attractive.
True.
They're crazy, but they see it's attractive. It's like it's these dummies. They like challenges, and so it's a challenge to take another man's wife or to take another woman's husband. It's a challenge.
Okay, so George says the definition of marriage has changed. It seems to be a transaction instead of a covenant these days.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
But I mean. In the beginning, the funny thing is, and we're gonna get into our topic, and we'll get into the 5 reasons why we, what we're discussing about. But I just wanted to have a discussion with TJ to see how he felt about it or whatever. But in the beginning, I didn't think that. In the beginning, I didn't think marriage was hard work. I used to hear it all the time: marriage is hard work. Marriage is hard work. I'm like, marriage ain't hard work. I'm like, I ain't saying it was easy.
You
but
didn't even want to get married. So how you? True. Well,
but to me, but that's what I'm saying. Those first few years, 10 years, whatever, I was like, it's not hard work. It's just something you do. And it's not, that's how I felt about it. It's just something you do. It's not something you have to force yourself to do. To me, hard work is like, you have to take a lot of effort to do it. And to me, it wasn't a lot of effort. It was effortless because it was something I love to do. And I'm doing it.
It took effort when we were dating. It took effort on June the 16th.
You did that on purpose. Don't play with me, boy. Don't play with me, boy. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
It
Don't
took
play with
effort on June 18th,
No.
2005
Don't play
to
with
say
me.
I do. It took effort on June the 19th after I say I do. It took effort every day after that
Y'all see what I got to deal
to
with?
stay married to you. It took effort. It's taking effort now. 16 years
But
later.
that's how you felt. But I'm saying for me in the beginning, it was not hard work. I didn't see it as hard work. I'm like, I kept saying, why they saying it's hard work? Even though we did have our issues in the beginning of our marriage, even though we went through some serious changes in the middle of our marriage, to me it was not hard work. And I was just like, why do people keep saying it's hard work? It's not hard work.
Because you was physically married and not mentally married.
I was mentally married.
You weren't mentally married because you was mentally married. You would have knew that it was hard work.
But now, I mean, I get what now people are saying.
You were physically married. I was mentally and physically married. In my mental state, I said, this is going to be hard work. In my physical state, I said, I got to work hard.
Tia Booker. I want to say Tia Farrar, but Tia Booker.
TB. I mean, LFB.
But is marriage hard work, Tia?
You better get Tia in trouble. Don't answer that question, Tia. Yeah, stop watching Thursday Love. Don't answer that question.
But yeah, you know, but is marriage hard work?
Don't answer that question, Tia.
But now I get why people say it's hard work. She said, I shall not respond.
Thank you. You smart, and that was wisdom. You got the Holy Ghost.
But the thing is, I do. Hey, Rick, is marriage hard work? Tell me, Rick. She said, I don't want to cuss on the live.
Are you cussed in?
But the thing is, I can't even talk now. There are some times that yes, it is difficult. It is work. It is work.
Girl, it's difficult every day.
It is work. It is work. You know,
it's tough every day. Every day, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am. First, my disclaimer, I am. But every day I wake up, I make the decision whether or not I'm gonna be faithful to you or not.
On the live like this,
I don't care. I mean, I said my disclaimer is I am. But every day I make the disclaimer. I make the decision whether, because there's every day you wake up, you make a decision. Okay, today, God, I'm gonna live holy, or I'm gonna obey you, or I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we can sit here act like we all spiritual, like we all holy, and no, seriously, every day you wake up, you make the decision whether or not you want to do right, or you make the decision whether or not you want to do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody up here say, "Oh, I'm good." No, every day you wake up, you make the decision.
Mm-hmm.
You choose to do what's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Are you doing? I ain't scared.
Okay.
I'm just being honest. I fear no man.
Rick said, "Don't know yet."
Sherrie don't come. Sherrie don't scare nobody over here.
Oh yes, Lord.
I ain't gotta clean it up, Tim. This ain't the Williams brothers. I ain't gotta sweep around my own front door.
Woo, George, pray.
But no, you do. Every single day you wake up, you make the decision. Look, today, like I said, I'm gonna live holy.
Mm-hmm.
And just like when God wake you up 3 o'clock in the morning, you make the decision whether or not you're gonna get up and pray. Oh, we got to put some water in your face to wash, make sure you wake up. Well, you stop, or you gonna go back to sleep. And it's the same thing about your relationship. Today, am I gonna stand still to the covenant that I made with my wife in front of God's eyes, or am I gonna break that covenant? That's the decision you make. It is. And what I say is, when I wake up in the morning, my decision is yes. I'm gonna stand by that covenant.
Troy Booker, you decide in the comments.
Hey, Troy. Pastor Booker, but I make the decision.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pastor Booker. We have to be politically correct right now.
I wake up.
ThursdayLove.
Today that I wake up and I choose to stand by the covenant that I made before God in the eyesight or whatever. But I choose to stand by that covenant and say, you know what? I put in too much work over this past 16. Well, it's been longer than 22 years. I put in too much work over 22 years to do something stupid to mess up what we've earned. And I have not been perfect, but that's the decision. You make the decision every single day whether or not you're going to stand by that covenant or whether or not you're going to break it. Thank you. Thank you.
Peter. Okay, love you.
Yeah, you do. You make that decision every day.
Amen. So, there's different reasons why marriage can be hard to some people.
Yeah, like it's just easy for you.
So let's get to that topics. Anyway, all right. So, because to me, I don't see it like that. I just don't.
Because I see the whole perspective, though.
That's your perspective. That's how you see it. You see your bigger picture. In my picture, the way I see it, it's not hard for me. Yes, there are some days that are a little difficult or whatever, but at the end of the day, to me, marriage is not hard. It's just something I do. This is something that I've invested in. This is something I've committed to. This is something I've decided to say yes to. So I'm all in. So are there moments that they're a little harder than others? Yes. But to me, it's effortless to love you. It's effortless to be there for you. It's effortless. I'm saying from my point of view, I heard you. So you know what I'm saying? To me, there are times it takes more work than others. Like his birthday is coming up November 26th. TJ is not the easiest person to pick out a gift for. He makes it very difficult. So yeah, that is hard. But marriage itself, yes, it to some people it's work because you're taking two different people with two totally different personalities. They were brought up different. Their environment was different. They were raised different. Everything about them is different. And then the Bible says the two shall become one. The key word in that is shall, two words, shall become. Become means it literally, they grow together. Not something that, you know what I'm saying, it just happily forms. It takes some meshing. And so when you take all these different ideas, personalities, creativities, whatever, logic, thinking, and try to merge them together to become one, that takes a lot of compromise, a lot of conversation, a lot of communication, a lot of trust, a lot of no's, a lot of yes, some arguments or whatever. It can be difficult to some people, and it can be very hard for, especially if you're just two opposite people that bump heads about a lot of things. But the thing is, what makes marriage so wonderful, because of those difficult times or those things that you go through that are hard for you, whatever it may be. Some people it may be financial reasons, but some other people it may be fertility reasons. Some people it may be trust issues because of people's past. There are different reasons why the marriage can be hard. Or just the way y'all think. Two don't like, one person like to be spontaneous and outgoing, and the other one may be an introvert and like to be home and settle. Like there's so many reasons why a marriage can be hard. And then you add other equations into it, such as children. The way you want to parent could be different from the way I parent. The way, when kids have certain issues, or if you lose a job and one is the main breadwinner, there's so many different reasons why these outside factors can make marriage harder than it really is.
Mm-hmm.
But
and for everything that you just named is what I mean. Mm-hmm. At each day I wake up making the decision, okay, do I want to deal with all of this? Do I want to deal with all this? We get to talk about this, we need to do this. Right. That's what I mean by, and you're not hard to love, no. But every day you wake up, you have to literally make a decision whether or not I'm going to do what's wrong or whether I'm going to do what I want to do.
Right.
I'm not saying that, marriage is fairy tales and roses. That's not what I'm saying. Marriage is work. I don't care what nobody say. It is work. It is hard work. But you make the decision each day you wake up whether or not I want to still put in the work to this marriage to make it better, right, or to repair whatever it is that whatever issues we're having, whether or not I want to communicate, whether or not I want to even work on our communication, whether or not I want to become better as a husband, whether or not I want to still keep paying bills, whether or not I want to treat you like you're supposed to be treated, right, whether or not I want to hear you, listen to you, whether or not I want to doggone cook tonight when I know that you're tired, whether or not I want to iron your clothes when I know you're tired, whether or not I want to wash the dishes when I know you're tired because you work just like I work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether or not I want to clean up the doggone house.
Yeah.
And in society now, or the old society, it's the woman's job to clean up.
It's the woman's job to clean up.
If I got hands,
food if take 10 to the children.
If I got hands to clean, and I know that those dishes need to be washed, so if I got hands to clean, I know those clothes need to be washed. Why wait until you do those clothes when we're work team? We're working in this together.
In this society,
so bottom line is dishes need to be washed. Bottom line is there needs to be some food. Bottom line is the clothes need to be clean. We can't wear no nasty drawers.
That's
so
right. No nasty
do
drawers.
I wait for you to do that and I keep wearing the same nasty drawers? Or do I take these nice little, but I take these nice hands and I go, you don't like messing with no woman's drawers and all that other stuff, but do I take my hands and I go, and because we're a team.
Right.
You're tired, just like I am. Right. So every day you wake up, what can I do? Or do I want to put in the work to this marriage? Or what can I do to make our marriage better? What can I do to be a better husband? Because part of being a better husband is taking some of the burden off of you, vice versa. A part of being a wife is taking some of the burden off of a husband. Right. So what can I do? I make the decision every day that I wake up. First of all, God, what can I do to please you? What can I do to become a better person so that I can be a better version of what I need to be for you? Right. Or what can I do to make things better for you? Because maybe part of our marriage is I'm lazy, meaning you work, I work, but I wait for you to do everything. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so you're tired, then you got to cook, you got to wash clothes, you got to do homework, you got to make sure the room is clean, you got to make sure, you got to make sure, you got to make sure, you got to make sure. And I say, okay, where's the food? The devil is a liar. You work 8 hours too, right? You got up at a certain. I don't care if you work from home. Bottom line is, you work for that 8 hours. You are mentally drained because you mentally worked. Right. Even if I went to it, you still worked. Right. So just like I'm tired. No, but so are you tired. But now I get it. Now that's why I say in the beginning I didn't think it was that serious, but now it is, especially when as you grow and you get older and you evolve. Because the thing is, I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. You are not. You're a better version today than what you are. You look better today than you did 20 years ago.
Thank you, baby.
And that's not, I'm not lying to you on social media too. Even though you got autumn hair, I love it. Which costs a lot of money, y'all.
Lord Jesus, I love my hair now.
You need to.
But you know, there is a lot that goes into it. Tia mentioned earlier, she said blending their family was their greatest challenge. And that's a lot of that is going on today, is a lot of blended families. You know, we personally don't know anything about it, but from the stories that we heard, it's not easy blending families together. You know what I'm saying? Because you're taking in how you used to parent and you were the only one to parent. Now you got to have somebody else come in on the outside to parent your child that you're used to parenting. Like, it's so many facets and variables in that I can't even imagine. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Thanks, Shelly. I miss you, Shelly. Happy anniversary. I love you, Shelly. All that good stuff, Shelly.
I hope you didn't get to know CM Michelle in Tampa.
but yeah, it's
she's too holy for that.
But it's just, you know, it's a lot. But the thing is, it is wonderful. Me and TJ found this article, and so we're going to share this article with you. It says 5 reasons it's a good thing that marriage is hard work. You know, a lot of people get discouraged when other married. Hey, Sharana.
And congratulations again, McCabe.
Congratulations
on y'all new crib,
the new house,
6 hours away from Durham.
He jealous. He wants to be 6 hours away from Durham.
No, I want them acres of land.
but yeah, there's a lot of people that are discouraged to get married because other married people say it's hard work. You know, a lot of people are like in fantasy land. Oh, I want to be married. I want to be married, and they be like, "Oh, girl, it's hard work," or "Oh, boy, it's hard work." You know what I'm saying? And some people get discouraged from that.
But that's because people don't. When people, marriage is hard work. Marriage is extremely hard work. But what people don't talk enough about is the results of putting in the work.
But I think that's the thing. So could we be telling people that desire to get married that this is hard work? Do you think that's a negative connotation?
No, but it's a negative connotation when you just leave it like that. Yeah. You let them know, look, marriage is hard work, but here is the result of hard work. The hard work you put into your marriage, which means you and your wife are going to have great communication. You and your wife are going to build a great bank account. You and your wife are going to have a great communication with your kids. You can't just tell people, and that's what a lot of people do. You just can't tell people the negative sides of things. You have to give them the positive side. Yeah, nothing good comes without work.
That's our problem. I think for anybody that's out there, if anybody say, oh, girl, I want to get married, they be like, girl, marriage is hard work. But I think that's what we do. We leave it right at that. It's just hard work. And then we roll our eyes like, you just don't know the half. Don't be rushing it. Don't be rushing it.
Which is also true. But you got to give people the pot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you, yes, there's gonna be days when you're gonna be angry. There's days when you're gonna have some disagreements. But I tell you this.
Okay, Mary. Sorry.
But if you come back and you communicate and you talk about that stuff, what it does is it makes your marriage, it makes your communication, it makes it builds a bond.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Anything that's good, you're gonna work for it. It ain't gonna come easy.
But I'm guilty of it too, because lately I've said that to somebody, saying, or I've been in the amen corner with it. They be like, it's hard work. I'm like, It sure
Well, I
is.
mean, but we
you
all
know,
say
and
that
we
you're
and we
going through
leave
challenging
it,
times.
and we do. We leave it like, but it's not even challenging. Like we could be great. We could be on 100. You know, everything could be fine. And I'm like, don't rush it. That's what I'll say. I'm like, don't rush it.
But I think you
don't
need
rush
to
it.
You need to give people the positive side of marriage, because
Yeah.
there's already a negative stigmata on marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
People get married today and they divorce tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One, because they don't understand all the work that it takes to stay
Right.
married.
Right.
Because it's hard to work, like you said earlier. It's easy for me. Well, it's easy for me. Well, okay, yeah, it's easy for me to live by myself. All right. I mean, only negative thing is I gotta deal with me. But then you gotta be with somebody else and get to know how they work, how they think. And who knows, they might have past hurts, past pains. They might think they think it might be different. They might think you need to do all of this. And you're like, yo,
might run in their family.
You don't know what. And so you gotta try to, I don't care if you were dating for whatever years. When you get married, it's still different. Cause doggone, I gotta be with you every day.
Yeah.
I can't go. Well, I can't go to my room locked up. But I
cannot go to your room and lock the door, TJ.
I can't just go. I can't just say, all right, deuces, you out. And I go back to my place. Dang it. When I say deuces, I go downstairs and you there. I come upstairs, you there. Dang it, I go in my room and you there. I close my eyes and I see that you there.
Oh, I knew you was going there. I knew you was going there. Oh, okay. Focus. I knew you were going there. I so knew you were going there.
I can't get away from you.
I can't stand you. All right. So he said, just go in the closet.
She's feeling it, like, you know, she's everywhere. She is omnipresent.
And that's what happens when you marry an introvert. He go in his room and he's locked the door. But for those who don't know, he has an inside joke about my dark skin.
I love it. It's beautiful.
It's an inside joke. That's why we laughing so hard. It's an inside joke.
Look, she called me light bright, y'all.
I call him light bright.
She picked at my lightness.
But he keeps saying that his little inside joke is, I close my eyes and you are there. Basically, he's talking about how dark I am.
It's not that kind of darkness. It's beautiful.
You see what I'm saying? Whatever. Anyway, so
Get your light, Caroline. Sorry.
It's Caroline.
Well, whatever it is.
Caroline. Okay, anyway. All right, back to what we were saying.
Poltergeist, y'all. That's what the line was from Poltergeist.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna give you these 5 good topics, and then these 5 good nuggets, and then we gonna get on out of here. All right. So 5 reasons. It's a good thing that marriage is hard work. And so basically, this guy was talking about one of the craziest things that he did, and it was to go up a mountain or whatever, and it was extremely cold. He said it was very hard. He got blisters. It was hurting. All that good stuff. It was one of the worst things he's went through, the hardest thing he went through, but at the same time, it was one of the most rewarding things that he went through. And he was basically saying that, things that we work hard for are one of the most things that we value the most, we love the most, we care about, and we appreciate it even more. And so he said, he made this quote. He said, everything that truly means something special turns out to require hard work, sacrifice, and a long-term commitment. I'll say that again. It says everything that truly means something special turns out to require hard work, sacrifice, and long-term commitment. And so here was his 5 reasons why it's a good thing that marriage is hard work. The first one, it says hard work adds value. What do you want to say about that? Hard work adds value.
Well, keep going first. Or you trying to do
just talk about, yeah.
Yeah, it does add value. Because like I said, the thing is, if you don't, anything that's worth keeping, you got to work for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what it is. Even if God just gives you something, he just bless you with a car. Well, guess what? You still got to put gas in that car. Mm-hmm. Or the example I used earlier on when we was talking, a home. When you get a home, right? Yeah, the home, you got to pay mortgage, right?
Right.
And so if you take a home and you put it in the context of a marriage, right, the home would be the marriage, right?
Right.
And in the home, you have appliances, you got ovens, you got bathrooms, toilets, all that stuff. Yeah. That stuff still has to be serviced. If not, that junk's gonna break down, and before you know it, you're gonna have to buy something new.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing about a relationship with your marriage. You have communication, intimacy, all these. We got to talk about finances. You got all these little nuggets in their home. You know what I'm saying? And so the more you work on those nuggets in your relationship, in your marriage, the more value it brings to your marriage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It says working hard at a relationship requires honesty, adds value, leads to deeper commitment, activates resolve, and results in increased satisfaction. One of the key things I like about it says working hard at a relationship requires honesty. And I think that's one of the key things in relationships. You have to be honest with your spouse. You have to be like me and TJ have talked about it numerous of times up here.
And we still working on it.
You know, communication is a loaded word. And literally, you got to work on communication. Communication is not something you try to do one time and it's over. No, it's something you have to constantly work at. And so one of the key elements of communicating is being honest. Even though my honesty may hurt him, my truth may hurt him, but I have to be honest enough or open enough with myself to express how I feel to him, and vice versa. If I don't like something, I say it in a nice tone and say, well, baby, I don't like that, or whatever.
You do?
I don't like you. I don't like you. I still don't like you right now. I don't like you right now.
All right,
okay.
I'm sorry.
That you said a key thing. Did you already put this up here?
I did.
Okay, you said a key thing. I don't like you right now. Anyway,
I don't need you to like me. I just need you to love me.
Okay, but you know, but you have. I do say it in a nice tone on certain things, not everything, but certain things.
I just want you to be honest.
I'm being honest, but you know,
transparent.
But that's the first thing. The first thing was hard work adds value, just like you said with the house. When some people add sheds or they do landscaping, when you put that hard work into making the house more beautiful, or you add or you renovate a certain area or whatever, you know, you adding value to that. You're putting equity into that.
And not only that, but you take pride in it.
Yes.
You take when anything you value. That made a great point. About anything you value, you take care of. But you also take pride in it. I take pride in the fact that wow, I'm from country. I take pride in the fact that we've been together for 22 years.
22.
I take, which is half of your life. I take pride in the fact that I take. You talking about you right now? I take pride in the fact that we've been married for 16 years.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I take pride in we've had some knockouts.
Yes.
I take pride in them, but we've had some good makeups.
Yes.
I've had some. I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and some lonely nights. No, I have not had any of those.
No,
but when I look around and I think things over, I can say, I won't complain. Why? Because you've been good to me.
Thank you, Jesus.
And God, of course. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Second point. Okay. The first one was hard work adds value. Okay. Second thing, adversity builds natural strength. Adversity builds natural strength. Okay. So basically, he used the example how certain trees, they put them in a closed atmosphere, and they didn't weather the storm. But trees that were out in nature, out in the earth, that weathered the storm, they were stronger for it. They were built for it. And that's the thing. Adversity builds natural strength. The thing is, adversity is going to come. Yeah. Trials, tribulations, however you want to put it, you know, situations, circumstances, whatever you want to say, they're going to come. Even the Bible says it. Think it not strange when fiery darts come to try you. You know what I'm saying? Because things are going to try you. Trials and tribulations are going to come. Things are going to happen. Adversity, like we will not agree on something, and it will lead to an argument. We will not agree. So there'll be times in your marriage. Feels good. I ain't gonna lie. Right. You know, sometimes you get in an argument. Sometimes I just disagree on purpose. I believe that. I do. I free myself. Free yourself. I free your mind, and the rest will follow. Anyway, but you know, that's the thing is that you are going to go through some challenges when you're in your marriage. But the thing is, if you can work through those challenges, you will be stronger for it. You will. I'm trying to say it right. Stronger for it. I was trying to say it right. Stronger for it. I'm with you, Pastor Booker. He said, "Overcoming the issue proves love." I get it. I get it. It does. And once again, man, like you can't get strong. Once again, you cannot get stronger
if you don't put in the work. It's just like working out in the gym. You know what I'm saying? How
you can't run away from it.
You
can't leave the house. You can't get a divorce.
You can't, like,
I'm sorry.
And when it comes to working out, like, you can't get the muscles that you want unless you eat right, unless you you take your butt in that gym or whatever in your garage and lift them weights. You can't lose the weight that you have unless you do some exercise. Like you cannot get results if you don't put in the work.
Right.
But if you do put in those work, you do lift those weights, you do eat right, you're going to build strength. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you put in the proper work that it takes in that marriage, it's going to naturally build, your relationship. It's going to naturally build your communication, so forth and so on. It's going to naturally build it.
Okay. All right. The first one was hard work adds value. The second one, adversity builds natural strength. Okay. The third one was the reason why hard work is good for your marriage. Number 3, we tend to protect things we are invested in.
Like that said.
We tend to protect things we're invested in.
And we vested.
And yeah, we're invested in this.
We vested over 5 years.
And I'm very protective over TJ.
So we vested 4 times over.
I'm very protective over TJ.
I don't believe you.
I'm very protective over you. But no, we tend to protect.
If y'all don't believe her, mess with me.
Try me.
She will turn like her hoodie.
Try me
in the face.
I don't know, but that is the truth though. When you love someone deeply, you care about somebody very deeply, and yes, you have invested in someone. You literally blood, sweat, and tears. Like literally disrespect my husband. Say something not the like literally. I have literally wanted to go to people, and TJ be like, no, baby, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that, first lady.
You can't. I don't care if I'm first. Freak the freaking titles. I don't care about them titles.
If I didn't know you well, I don't think you about to cuss.
All I'm saying is, but we do. We protect what we are invested in. And so if you are invested in your marriage, then you would do what you have to do to protect your marriage. Let me bring it to marriage now. That means wives, you don't go out and talk about your husbands to other people. Husbands, you don't go out and talk about your wives to other people. You don't disrespect your marriage. You don't cheat on your marriage. And I'm not just talking about physical cheating, I'm talking about also emotional cheating. That means you protect this sanction. You protect this covenant. You do whatever you have to do to make sure that this covenant is not divided. You do whatever you have to do to keep it unified. You have to work hard at it. If you need counseling, then you do counseling. If you need financial advisement, you get financial advisement. Whatever you have to do to protect this, if you need to seek God and fast for 7 days and 7 nights, then you 40 days, 40 nights, whatever you got to do, you protect this investment. Because when you stood before the altar, before God and whoever was your witnesses besides you and yourself and the priest, then that means you came into covenant with God and you came into covenant with this person and said, I'm invested in this. I'm coming in covenant with this. And so since I'm coming in covenant with this, then I have to do whatever I have to do to protect this and make sure that this doesn't get damaged, because it has a crack in it or some type of leak in it. Baby, you're going to look for hellfire to come your way if you don't do whatever you have to do to keep this shielded. You don't have everybody talking about your man. You don't have everybody talking about your wife. You don't have everybody talking about your marriage. That means no arguments in public. Learn how to shut your mouth and go behind closed doors and have that argument. That means you don't be disrespectful to your spouse in public. You bite your tongue and you wait till you get into the vehicle and you have a conversation. Lord, I felt mama in that one.
And you don't allow anybody to come to you and talk about your spouse.
Right.
Because people will come to you, in good faith, but their real agenda is to try to clog your mind and clutter your mind and confuse you and contaminate your mind about your spouse. So yes, not only do you not disrespect your spouse in public, but you don't let anybody else do that also, because people will come to you and lie on. And this is why communication is so important.
Yes.
Early on in our relationship, something went down and I told Sherrie, I said, look, here's what's going on. I had just told her what was going on. I gave her the facts. The next day, I kid you not, the very next day, somebody came to her and lied on me about what I had already told her. And no, I won't cheat like that, but just what was going on. I came to her and told her the truth. Now, if I had kept that stuff from her, it would have opened the door for the enemy to plant a seed in her mind.
Yeah.
But they came to her and they told her a lie over the truth that I had told her.
Right.
And so they came to her to try to badmouth me, and she ate them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, you don't let nobody come to you and talk to you about your spouse. And if it is something like when you get into private, yes, you discuss, look, this person came to me, X, Y, Z, is this true? Yeah. Whatever the case may be. But never go in and are we perfect? No. Do we sometimes have our moments? Yes. But you never have a knockout blowout in front of people, because if you do that, that gives people, quote unquote, the unwritten right to disrespect your spouse, especially, it gives them the unwritten right to come in. Well, he can disrespect her in public. Well, I can do it too. Not so here. Not so here. You cannot disrespect Sherrie in the public. I'm sorry, not in front of my face, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So do we have our, we have our moments. Yes. But you're not. This is one thing my granddad would tell me. Look, I may say some things about you, but I dare not let nobody come and talk about my grandson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My granddad was my dad too, but my granddad was very protective over Emily Bridges. Right, he would not let he could talk. And my grandma would say the same thing. Look, I can talk about William Henry, but you better not say nothing about him. And that's the thing. I may have what I gotta say, but I'm not gonna let nobody badmouth my wife. Not the woman that I told God I'm gonna protect forever for all that stuff. No, you won't do that. Yeah. You will see another side of this little light-skinned dude, because this is the woman that I have to help. You know what I'm saying? Mold back and build back up, vice versa. If somebody does something or say something to damage her, I still got to take care of that, or she still got to help build me back up, vice versa. So no, you're not gonna tear down the thing that I value and I protect. You know what I'm saying? And the work that I put into this doggone marriage, vice versa. Yeah. All right. So we're still on our 5 topics. So five reasons it's good thing. It's a good thing that marriage is hard work. The first one was hard work add value. The second one was adversity builds natural strength. The third one was we tend to protect things we're invested in. The fourth one is what? She say for women at church. I'll let your husband. She said, follow to the bathroom. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Lord have mercy. All right. The fourth one is hard work in marriages. Jesus, Lord. Hard work in marriage harnesses hidden resources. Hard work in marriage harnesses hidden resources. Basically says when we find ourselves having to access resources we didn't know we needed, we learned that we have hidden resources we didn't even imagine. Ooh. Hard times can be a catalyst that creates a quality of resourcefulness beyond our peacetime arsenal. If you want scriptures, hidden treasure in earthen vessels. Okay. I felt God, and that's a lie. No, I didn't. Hard work in marriage harnesses hidden resources. Basically, bottom line, what they're saying is here, like when you go through hard times, you really don't know what you're made of. Yep. You don't know how strong you can be. Like God, you never know when a life situation hits you, whether it be finances, your spouse getting sick, or an illness upon your family, or someone dies. You don't know when you go through that situation what you're made of at that time. We're good to say, girl, I don't know how I could have went through that. That's the thing. We don't know until we actually go through it. And so sometimes when you go through some hard things in your marriage, there's some hidden resources that we don't even know about that will bring us and make us stronger as a married couple. And we have talked about it numerous of times up here. When we lost our daughter, Leela, we didn't know how we were going to make it through that. We didn't know how we're going to grieve. We didn't know how we were going to survive individually, let alone in a marriage. Like, it was a very hard thing, but it taught us a lot. It taught us how to appreciate life, how to be grateful for life, for God, for each other, individually, for our children that we do have. It opened up our eyes to see life in a whole different way. There were so many different things that it brought about that we didn't know about ourselves because we went through a hard time. And so, go ahead. And not only that, but it brought up some things that we were keeping hidden. Right. So it allowed us to deal with some issues that we had hidden that we really didn't want to talk about because of what we thought our spouse was going to say, or whatever. So it was a terrible time, but it was also a time of healing. Yes. Because it allowed us to be free in some areas that we were bound in because of what we were unwilling to let go. And so that's another thing too. That's good. That's where faith comes in at. Because I always say, and I'll still say it, plug, y'all, I'm preaching Sunday at We Church at 12 p.m. So y'all want to come here, I'm talking about the key elements of faith. But anyway, when we talk about faith, faith, people say, oh, I got faith. Oh, I can believe God. Well, let me tell you something. You don't know what kind of faith you have until your faith has been tested.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say that you got faith when you got a good paying job, you got a good house, and all your bills are paid, your marriage is wonderful, your kids are lovely. It's easy to say you got faith. But when you are having issues in your marriage, your kids are acting crazy, you don't know how you're going to pay your bills. They tell you they about to come repossess your stuff. All of this, you having this, no matter where you turn, there's issues. You're praying about stuff, and God is not, quote unquote, answering your prayer. That's when your real faith comes in. That's when you find out really what you're made of. And if you're really one of those ones who truly believe God to be the God that He is, to do what He say He's going to do in your life.
Right. All right. So that's an awesome point. So hard things, hard work can also.
We church on Sunday. I'll get more in detail.
Hard work produces healing. Hard work produces healing. Hard work produces healing.
I'm gonna say this, and this probably sounds crazy. And I've been there, just never said this. Although losing Leela was terrible, still is, but I think it also saved our marriage.
Yeah.
Because once again, it allows some things that we had hidden. We had to face those things. Losing Leela, it brought us to, and even now, I told Sherrie 3 days ago, I'm looking into a mirror. I mentioned this to George, how I was looking into a mirror and I didn't like what I see. I didn't like what I saw. And this is still now. This was just a few weeks ago. I said I didn't like what I see. I got to change some things about it. If not, I'm gonna be stuck.
Right.
But with Leela, we couldn't. There were so many things that we were hiding, and for losing her, that pain, those emotions forced us to deal with some things that really was destroying us, and we just didn't pay attention. And with her, it was an aha moment. Like it was a moment where we had to deal with those things in order to recover.
Right.
Like we couldn't gloss over those things. We couldn't speak in tongues. We couldn't shout over it.
No.
We couldn't emotionalize it. We literally had to deal with that thing. Either deal with it or die.
All
and that was the decision that we was either deal with it or die, and not die, but lose everything. So, and we had to deal with that so that we could, grow and heal from that.
Yeah. So that basically leads to point 5. It says struggle adds a richness we can't mine any other way. Struggle adds a richness we can't mine any other way. And the richness cannot necessarily be money, but the richness in healing. Like you said, it saved our marriage. When you go through some hard times, the reward on the end of it, when you go through it, is priceless. I mean, for most of those that are up here, we're in church. Y'all know how God says there's victory on the other end of this. You know what I'm saying? The thing is,
that's a sermon title for somebody.
The thing is, what a lot of women preachers, they like to say, your pain has purpose. Or pain owes me, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, at the end of the day, it's going to produce something in you. This, whatever you may be going through, it'll produce something in you that you never thought would be produced. And so, like Sharana, if you don't mind me using your testimony, well, I can't tell your testimony, but I'm gonna use a piece of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It took a minute for y'all to get that house. Like, I think you told me y'all supposed to close in September or whatever. And now it's November. Like, y'all had to go through some things to get to that closing of that house.
Years.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all had to get to that point. And so it probably produced something in your character. When you go through some things, it builds your character. It teaches you more patience. It teaches you how to be grateful. You know, what other things? Humble.
It causes you to correct some things that are wrong in your life.
Right.
You know, it causes you to, when you go through stuff, it causes you to get things in order.
Right.
It does, because the only way you can come out of that thing is you got to get some things lined up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You whatever, your credit jacked up. Well, in order to get some, you got to get your credit together. You know, you having temper and management issues. You got to get your attitude in check.
Right.
So it causes you to get things in order, get things in line. It causes you to, like I said, deal with things that you're hiding under the rug that you don't want nobody to know about.
Right.
Like it causes you yes, thank you, Clarice. It calls you to really have a self-check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And either, like I said, either face it or die.
Keep talking.
Who?
So I can do this.
Who you can do what?
Keep talking so I can do this.
Oh, yeah.
Or just, you know.
Oh, but yeah, you like I said, for some of us, the best thing that God has ever done in our lives was to take us through stuff, to take us through challenges. You know, we want to say that, oh, it's going to be easy and all. Yeah, it's going to be easy after you get yourself together. Then it'll be easy. But you have to deal with those issues, you know what I'm saying, in order to move forward. And the thing about richness, one thing about richness is if you keep living, you understand real richness can't be bought with money.
Right.
Real richness, real value is it can only be given by God, though it's priceless. You know what I'm saying? We talk about peace. You can't buy peace with money. Joy, you can't. You might be happy because you got something, but you can't buy joy with money. Forgiveness, you can't buy forgiveness with money. You know what I'm saying? You only those things. Well, forgiveness, you do that for yourself, but those things can only be given to you by God. Peace can only be given you. Peace I give to you. Peace I leave with you. Only God can give you peace. Only God can give you joy, a peace that surpasses all understanding. Only weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Only God can give you those things. So real richness, once again, real richness that stuff is priceless. It cannot be bought.
Woo!
It cannot be bought. It cannot be bought. Y'all, we thought we had lost everything, but to God be the glory. We still got it. What she said from the book of Fantasia. Sometimes you have to lose to win. And then there's another song that says, even when I lose, I win. Who said that? I don't know who said that. Somebody. I don't know.
I can't remember either. But, this is pretty much it. I was putting it in the chat. So if anybody wanted to know what we said tonight or recall what we said tonight, then you could go back and look at the 5 things that we talked about tonight. You want to sum it up while I do this?
I can actually type it.
Yeah, sum it up while I do this. No, I'll type it. You sum it up.
So
just sum up tonight, yeah.
Oh, tonight, man, yeah. So we enjoyed this. I enjoyed this night. Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to do something, girl. Hold tight.
What?
Hold tight. Yeah. So yeah, so we just wanted tonight. We just want to talk about things that will make a good marriage.
It's marriage hard work.
It is hard work, but we always say, man, if every day is my grandma used to tell me, she said, you need to pray while you're on the mountaintop. She said, because when you're in the valley, you're not going to feel like praying. And she said, those prayers are going to be the things that you prayed on the mountaintop is going to be those things that keep you when you're in the valley. And it's to me the same thing in the marriage. You need to pray harder when you are you need to pray harder, communicate harder, do all the above when you're on the mountaintop.
Respect, be considerate,
when you're on
love,
the mountaintop. Yeah,
trust,
when you're on that mountaintop.
Yes.
Because when you get into that valley, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't feel like doing those things, but because of the work that you put in, it'll it'll show itself. How they say, it'll rear its head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So marriage, yes, it is hard work. It is the hardest work I've ever had to put in other than serving Christ. But it is the most valuable, rewarding thing second to serving Christ. I love, like I said, yeah, I make the decision whether or not I want to do right. But what makes me want to do right is because I put work in this. I invested in this thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm going to take care. I'm going to put my best foot forward because I don't want to mess up what I put. Because not only I put my time into this, not just I put my time. I put my 22 years into this, to this relationship. You know what I'm saying? So if I screw up, that means I just wasted 22 years of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So because I put so much work into it, because I love you, of course, because I love God, of course, but because I put so much effort and work into this, I want to make this thing work. I want to be 50 years from now. By that time we need to be in heaven, but I want to be with you for whatever, 60 years, 65 years, whatever. I want to be to the point where, and I don't want us to be humpback either. I want us to be upright, still running around the house playing with butt naked. Anyway,
Amen.
It might be loose here. It might be loose. It ain't gonna be stiff like it used to be. But anyway,
Amen.
Anyway, my point is, I want to be with you for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And so, if I want to be with you for a long time, I gotta put in the work now for the future. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta put in what I want to get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we thank everybody that tuned in on tonight.
You sound like you about to close out the church service.
We appreciate we appreciate the commentary. We appreciate y'all being involved and talking back with us. Because at the end of the day, is marriage hard work? Yes, it is. At the end of the day, it is hard work. But it's how you respond to this hard work. Are you invested in it? Because like this guy said, there's 5 good reasons. These are just 5 good reasons. There could be more than 5 good reasons. We love you too, Vet. You know what I'm saying? Can you think of any more reasons why hard work, you know, it's a good reason to have hard work in your marriage, or why hard work is necessary in your marriage? That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, why hard work is necessary in your marriage. We can't look at it as a negative connotation or a negative thing, because, you know, marriage is hard work, but it's worth the hard work. He is worth the hard work. My girls are worth the hard work.
Worth the hard work.
You know what I'm saying?
I am hard work.
Yes.
She is hard. Did I say hard? She is hard work.
Anyway,
very hard.
We love you guys.
Work.
We love you guys. Don't forget, TJ's birthday is November the 26th. If you want to be a blessing to him, y'all can cash at him.
I hear God speaking
or send him some
I hear God speaking to your heart
candy,
now. So
whatever you want to do. His cash app is about to come up. So if you want to be a blessing, his birthday is November 26th.
Candy.
If not, just pray for him. You know, support him. He is preaching this Sunday, and we.
There we go. We back.
Oh, the devil is a lie. Preaching this Sunday at 12 noon at We Church. So please pray for him.
24.
As he goes, 2403 Leadenham Street. As
Apostle
he goes before
James
God.
Lemuel Spence.
Yes. We thank God for our apostle. Amen. So we just pray.
I'm preach the word with a mighty burning fire.
We pray y'all have a great weekend. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe, and continue to invest into your marriage
and eat
in any relationship.
And eat till you can't eat no more.
Yeah. And y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, because we will not be up here next Thursday. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. We love you guys. Y'all be great and all that good stuff. Bye.
Thursday Love.